and welcome to another episode of Universal Gaming. I'm your host, Paula Brandt. Today's episode, we're going to talk about Card Wars, Dungeons & Dragons Hall of Many Pains, and the Northeast Indiana Events Calendar. Welcome to episode 12. Yay, we've been doing this for a year. If you have any questions or comments or would like to get in touch with us, email me at brandtp23@yahoo.com. Card Wars is a fun card game based off the cartoon Adventure Time. It's a game that they played in several episodes of the cartoon. I recommend you play the app. It's on the Play Store. I would play that first before you play the card game. That'll give you an idea how to build decks and how to play. But we're going to do the card game today, which is pre-built decks. We're not going to go into any deck building today. It's a lot simpler to do the pre-made decks. I have with me today the Finn and Jake deck. I also have the BMO and Lady Rainicorn deck. BMO and Lady Rainicorn, one of these is Plains, the other one is Swamp. Jake is Cornfields, and Finn is Blue Plains. This game is played. It's a little complicated, but like I said, I would recommend playing the app first to get an idea, and it's free download. But there's different, first let's start off with the different types of cards. There are creature cards. On your creature card in the top left, it'll say what the activation cost is. That is, you get 2 points during your turn. And if they cost 2, that would be your whole turn. If they cost 1, that would be one part of your 2 parts you can do for your turn. On the bottom left is their attack value. On the bottom right is their defense. So you'll understand that better when we get to attacking. That's your creature cards. There's also buildings. They have their activation cost at the top. Like I said, you get 2 actions on your turn. And there's also spells. Most of those cost 0, and they're usually a rainbow color. Like I said, there's plains, cornfields, swamps, and what was the other one?
Desert.
Desert. I'm here with my son Devin. We're going to play in just a moment. So when you build a deck, rainbow can go with any deck. It's a card that can go with any landscape of a deck. But those are the types of cards.
It's the
anything
like
card.
In Pokemon.
Right, like in Pokemon. A lot of games have that, don't they?
Yes.
Yeah. So we just went over the creatures and the types of cards. So on your turn, what we're going to do is we're going to take, hold on a second. When you buy a box of these, you get 2 decks. You can also buy booster packs to build decks, but we're not going to build one today. We have the Finn deck and the Jake deck. My son's going to play with the Jake deck, which is Cornfields. I'm going to play with the Blue Plains deck, which is Finn's deck. On your turn, there are 7 parts to a turn. At the beginning of your turn, you're going to untap everything, kind of like in Magic, where you tap to show that you've done something with that card. At the beginning of your turn, you're going to ready your cards and bring them back to facing the right way. Step 2 is draw a card. You're going to have your card pile and your discard pile. You're going to draw. we forgot a step. Draw 5 cards off of your deck. Then we'll go back into turns. So we both draw 5 cards off the top of our deck. So back to step 1, we ready our cards because last turn we possibly already used them. Then we draw a card. I'm going to go first, draw a card. Third part of our turn is you have 2 actions to spend. Remember I said the action cost on your card, some of them are 2, 1, and 0. Those are your 2 points that you can spend on actions. I'm going to do the building mobile home. I can't pronounce these. Your building goes on the bottom of your landscape, and each one of your landscapes has lanes. They're referred to in the rule book as lanes. So when you put a creature down or a building down, you want to put it opposite the other person's creature or building so that they can fight. If your monster is not across from somebody that they can fight, then that attacks the player, and the player has so many hit points, which we'll get to in a moment. And if you defeat that player's hit points, then they're done, and the other person wins. So that was my 1 of 2 points, the Woad Mobile Home. And I'm going to save my other point for later. Step 4, floop. Some cards allow you to floop them, which means you would turn them to the side and do what it says on the card. It says here, my floop would be move a creature in an adjacent lane to this lane if the lane is empty. I can't do that right now, so I'm not going to floop, but that's the time you would do a floop. 5, spend 1 action to draw a card, and I may play the card that I just drew. I'm going to play, my second point is the pig. He may floop, but I already passed my floop phase. Now it's time to fight. We're just going to pretend. I have to tap him or turn him, and then he does 1 damage, which is the attack part on the card. So now Devin has just taken 1. Player has taken 1. Because I can, but I'm sorry, it's a demo. It's okay. I know. Why? Now it's your turn. End of turn. So start of your turn, ready your cards. You don't have any to ready. You draw a card. You draw 1 card. You have 2 actions to spend, and your cost is on the top left corner of the card. Okay. 2 actions to spend.
I am using both of them.
You're going to play a 2-point card to bring out the Cornator. When Cornator enters play, deal 1 damage to your opponent for each cornfield landscape you control. And you have 4, so I, player, take 4 damage. We're going to use these little beads, or you can use dice to keep track.
Attack phase.
Right, and then it's your attack phase. Okay, well, let's go through the steps so everybody at home knows. So you spent your 2 actions. Can you floop anything? No. Spend 1 action? No. To draw a card? No, because you used 2. Then you may fight. So now you're going to attack me.
For 2.
You have to turn your card. Your creature attacks me. My defense is 4. Your attack is 2. So I take 2. Once I've taken 4, my defense is 4. Once I've taken 4, that creature's gone. Okay. It's been a little while since we've both played this.
Yes.
Yes. So then, end of turn. Yes, I'm confused too, but we're going, okay. My turn. We reset, which just means we turn our cards. I draw my card. I have 2 points I can spend. I'm going to put out there Suzanne Jin. Blue Plains creature, +2 attack for each flooped creature you control. I'm going to floop my pig and flip over one of your cornfields so you can't use it. And then he gets +2 attack for each flooped creature I control. I'm attacking you for 1. And there we go. As you can see, this game it's pretty fun, but it's a little complicated. I did explain the turn order and how turns work. I hope you enjoy this, and thank you for joining us. Hold on. Go to Hall of Many Pains by Gary Gygax. This is a game that I run at the library days, where we meet for RPG Day at the Allen County Public Library once a month. My name is Paula. I'm the director of Universal Gaming, and with this video I'm going to tell you how to make a character for this game. It's a great pickup game of Dungeons & Dragons 3rd edition, 3.5 edition. I'll allow Pathfinder. Basically what you need, you can use the Pathfinder core rulebook, version 1 of Pathfinder, not version 2. And you can make an 8th level character. That's level 8, 8th level gold. Use those gold pieces to make your 8th level character. I'll allow it. Or you can have the 3.5 Player's Handbook. Make an 8th level character out of that. Gold is on page 135 of the DMG, so 8th level gold. Make anything within reason that you want using your gold, making your character out of the Player's Handbook. I will allow other 3rd edition books within reason. I do understand effective character level, hit dice plus level adjustment plus character levels. I also have pre-made characters that you can make. Hall of Many Pains is a planar adventure. There are a bunch of portals that you have to go through to solve this puzzle. If you can't make it every month, this is a once-a-month game. If you can't make it every month, that's fine, because you don't necessarily have to miss a game and miss anything. If you don't make it this month, you're going to miss out on a portal, but you come back next month, you can go through that portal then. It's not a big deal if you miss a portal. You can just go through it some other time. It's a great pickup game because you could do a portal in a day. One portal will take a couple of days to do. One of them. But there's a lot of portals in there. It's Monty Hall, a lot of treasure, teamwork, problem solving, role play, and puzzles all at the same time. Not every portal is a puzzle. Not every portal is fighting monsters. Not every portal is all those things, but it is a fun planar adventure. It's a nice pickup game that I run once a month. Like I said, if you want to play, RSVP is on meetup.com. Find the group Fort Wayne Gaming, and then find the event RPG Day. That's how you RSVP for this event. Put in the comments that you want to play Hall of Pains, or that you're interested in the 3rd ed game of D&D 3.5. 8th level character using Pathfinder or 3.5 Player's Handbook. The gold for an 8th level character is on page 135 of the DMG. You make your character, make it fully. Tell me what pages you're using, what books you're using, what pages, and then I will see if I allow it. I allow other books that are compatible with 3.5, just within reason. I also have some house rules. I have those all posted on a Yahoo group, and I can email them to you easily. My email is brantp23@yahoo.com. Thanks for watching. So, you've made your 8th level character. What happens is your character has been adventuring for 8 character levels. In game, that would be like you've been adventuring for a long time. For enough to get enough experience to level up to 8th level. And after gaining 8th level, your adventuring group decided to disband and go home and all go your separate ways. And on your way back home, you happen upon a village called Hap Village. It's from Forgotten Realms. It's a small little village of about 12 buildings. There's an inn, a bakery, town hall, pretty much a bunch of farms in the forest. And there's only one road going in and out of town, and you decide to stay at the inn. At the inn, there's very few people. The barkeep is a human female, and she says the rooms are 1 gold a night. You get a free breakfast in the morning. The bath is down the hall, and it's a private room for yourself for the night. So you pay the 1 gold, you go to bed eventually, and while you're sleeping, you have this very, very weird dream where this very charismatic elf female tells you she's in need of adventurers to find her beloved. And she's crying and weeping that she needs help finding her lover, her beloved. And she wants you to help. And also, you know how dreams kind of fast forward? Well, all of a sudden, you don't have time to ask her any questions. All of a sudden, you're in the forest with her and some other people. The other people sitting at the table with you. Their characters are there too. And you're all walking through the forest with this elven woman. And suddenly, these owls with red eyes attack. Fast forward in the dream. Then you guys get out of the forest and you arrive on a beach. And suddenly this skeletal figure in black clothes with a scythe shows up. And the elven woman starts fighting with him using magic spells and casting things. And this very white magic beam of magic energy comes out of her hands towards the skeletal figure. This dark energy magic comes out of his hands towards her. And then there's a sonic blast and a loud roar and blinding light. So you close your eyes and you cover your ears. And when you open them up, you are now in a 30-foot wide stone tower. No, sorry, take that back. A 30-foot wide stone staircase in a stone tower. You look up 100 feet, the staircase goes into clouds. You look down 100 feet, the staircase goes down into clouds. And in the center of this 200 feet span, you have a empty space between both sides of the tower that has floating shapes of 7 different colors. You have circles, squares, triangles, rectangles, 7 shapes, 7 colors. Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. There's 49 two-dimensional shapes floating in the empty space between both sides. And as you look around, the staircase is lit up by magical sconces going up 100 feet into clouds, down 100 feet into clouds. And you look around you and you see all the other people sitting at the table, all their characters. What do you do? Thanks for watching another episode of Universal Gaming. Our next episode, December 2019, is going to be about Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare on the Xbox 360. We'll do D&D Storytime, where I talk about some previous dungeon mastering and games. And we'll have the Northeast Indiana Gaming Event Calendar. If you would like to add your event to our list of events, let us know. Email me at brantp23@yahoo.com. We'll see you next time, and keep your dice rolling 20s. And the local events calendar for Northeast Indiana. I need to get this piece of paper where I can see it, so I'm not doing this.